Hi everyone, it's Nicole Witt, your miracle mentor, and this is the second part. This is video 2, where we are looking at the preface of A Course in Miracles. So the previous video was the section on how it came. So in that section we discussed, and it's actually Helen Schuckman, who was the channel of the Course in Miracles, describing how it came to be. So if you haven't seen that yet and you're interested, go back and look at that video. Today's video is on the section entitled What It Is, what the Course is, the Course in Miracles is. And again, this section was written by Helen Schuckman. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading it, and then I'll just comment as we go along. So what it is, what the Course is. As its title implies, the Course is arranged throughout as a teaching device. It consists of 3 books, a 669-page text, a 488-page workbook for students, and a 92-page manual for teachers. The order in which students choose to use the books and the ways in which they study them depend on their particular needs and preferences. So this is a good place to stop, right? Because a lot of people, when they first come to the course, they're confused as to where should I start? Should I do the lessons first? Should I read the text? Should I start with the manual for teachers because it's an easier language and it's kind of like question and answer? What do I do? And again, the Course is saying there's no right answer. There's no right answer for everybody. It's up to you. What is your inner teacher telling you? Where is it telling you to start? The curriculum the Course proposes is carefully conceived and is explained step by step at both the theoretical and practical levels. It emphasizes application rather than theory and experience rather than theology. It specifically states that a universal theology is impossible, but a universal experience is not only possible, but necessary. Okay, so again, we're talking about moving the Course from a theoretical perspective where we understand what it's saying with our mind, like we get it, but we want to have it a practical application. The Course is asking you to apply it to your life every day. And that's how you come to embody it. Although Christian in statement, the Course deals with universal spiritual themes. It emphasizes that it is but one version of the universal curriculum. There are many others, this one differing from them only in form. They all lead to God in the end. So this is so important because it's saying, look, the Course is not for everyone. It's one path out of all these different paths. I mean, we can have as many paths as there are seemingly people on this planet. Everybody has their own path. Some do it through an organized religion. Some do it through some other art, whatever. Everybody's path is different. They all lead to God in the end. So there's no need to judge other people's path, to say that my path is right and their path is wrong. And if they want to get where they're going, they should come over to my path. It's all completely individual. It's all about what your inner teacher is telling you. That is the only thing that matters, getting in touch with your inner teacher. And in the end, you cannot fail. All paths lead to God. The text is largely theoretical and sets forth the concepts on which the Course's thought system is based. Its ideas contain the foundation for the workbook's lessons. Without the practical application the workbook provides, the text would remain largely a series of abstractions, which would hardly suffice to bring about the thought reversal at which the Course aims. So again, we want to make sure we're doing the workbook lessons and doing them as in not just thinking about them, but doing what he says, applying them to our lives. That is what the Course is after. The Course is not interested in you knowing the concepts and being able to talk about them in a theoretical way. The Course wants you to apply it to your life. The workbook includes 365 lessons, one for each day of the year. It is not necessary, however, to do the lessons at that tempo. and one might want to remain with a particularly appealing lesson for more than one day. The instructions urge only that not more than one lesson a day should be attempted. The practical nature of the workbook is underscored by the introductions to its lessons, which emphasizes experience through application rather than a prior commitment to a spiritual goal. Okay, so we're not trying to get anywhere, some spiritual goal that we've decided. We want to become enlightened. We want to leave this world. We want to, whatever it is that the spiritual goal, we just want to actually have the experience through the application of these lessons. So this is itself from the introduction that's being quoted here. Some of the ideas the workbook presents you will, let me start over. Some of the ideas the workbook presents you will find hard to believe, and others may seem to be quite startling. This does not matter. You are merely asked to apply the ideas as you are directed to do. You are not asked to judge them at all. You are asked only to use them. It is their use that will give them meaning to you and will show you that they are true. Remember only this. You need not believe the ideas, you need not accept them, and you need not even welcome them. Some of them you may actively resist. None of this will matter or decrease their efficacy. But do not allow yourself to make exceptions in applying the ideas the workbook contains, and whatever your reactions to the ideas may be, use them. Nothing more than this is required. Right? So again, it's this idea, when we have resistance, when we don't like something, use it. Why? What is it bringing up in me? Let's go deeper. Finally, the Manual for Teachers, which is written in question and answer form, provides answers to some of the more likely questions a student might ask. It also includes a clarification of a number of the terms the course uses, explaining them within the theoretical framework of the text. Okay, so which is one of the reasons that some people will start with the Manual for Teachers, because it is kind of question and answer. It answers a lot of the questions there for clarification of terms. So if that sounds good to you, that's where you can start. The course makes no claim to finality, nor are the workbook lessons intended to bring the student's learning to completion. At the end, the reader is left in the hands of his or her own eternal teacher, who will direct all subsequent learning as he sees fit. While the course is comprehensive in scope, truth cannot be limited to any finite form, as is clearly recognized in this statement at the end of the workbook. This course is a beginning, not an end. No more specific lessons are assigned, for there is no more need of them. Henceforth, hear but the voice for God. He will direct your efforts, telling you exactly what to do, how to direct your mind, and when to come to Him in silence, asking for His sure direction and His certain word. So again, just like at the end of the last section, we're brought back to this idea that it's all about our inner teacher. And the course is just a way to help us to get in touch with that teacher. So I hope you'll enjoy this video. And if you want to see what's coming next, because I intend to go through the whole book, I'm so excited to do this, subscribe and you'll get all the future videos or notifications when they're ready. Have a fantastic day. I love you. Bye-bye.